Welcome to an oils and Om balance and core-based flow. Today's flow is going to get a little spicy. However, I will show modifications. Be sure to stay true to you. And what will be lovely is that you can do this practice and watch yourself progress from the different types of poses that we're going to do today. We also are going to use the pranayama Ujjayi breath technique. So if that's not a practice you've done before, there is a tutorial video. And so I do recommend watching that before doing this practice as well. And to begin, the oil that we're using is from the yoga collection from doTERRA. It's Incur. It's a steadying blend to support our balance journey today. Remember, oils are optional. Use what you have on hand. And if you don't have oils, we're still just going to breathe as we begin together today. So here we go, just taking a deep breath in. Hold the breath, and then exhale. 2 more, deep breath in. And exhale. And the last one, deep breath in. And exhale. And we are going to start class lying on the back today. So take your time to get there. We're going to keep the knees bent, soles of the feet flat on the mat. Roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Place your palms down. And then just walk your heels as close to your glutes as feels comfortable. And then just sway those knees from side to side. Saying hello to your back body a little bit here. Perhaps close the eyes or soft gaze. And then just come to stillness here, arriving in between the 4 corners of your mat. Scanning your head from the top of the head to the tip of the toe with a check-in, with no judgment. This is just a noticing practice. How are you feeling emotionally, energetically, and physically? And perhaps making a little checklist. And at the same time, letting go. Turning your attention to your mind, and as thoughts come in, sort of like you're just watching clouds float by. Feeling the breath coming in and out. Perhaps starting to slow the breath down. We can do this by counting how long it takes us to breathe in, and then breathing out for a count or 2 longer. And just taking our time to slow down the breath. As we breathe in on your next inhale, open the back of the throat, keep the mouth closed, and feel like you're fogging a mirror with your exhalation. The begin of the Ujjayi pranayama. Breathing in. It's a little bit easier to find it on the exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. With your next inhale, see if you can keep the back of the throat open and draw the breath. Pause at the top and exhale, making that ocean sounding breath. We're going to try to keep this the whole practice. On your next breath in, bring the arms out like a T. And as you exhale, let the knees fall to the right-hand side. Keep breathing here. Trying to keep the shoulder blades onto the mat if that's possible. If not, that's okay too. Just an easy twist. Breathing in, allowing that breath to scrape kind of along the back of the throat. And breathing out, really feel like you're fogging that mirror. On your next breath in, we'll bring the legs to center. And breath out, we'll let the knees fall to that opposite side. And knowing from one side to the other, the back can be a little more tight, so just honoring that. Don't want to push here too early in the practice. Dragging that breath for Ujjayi Pranayama. And on your next exhalation, bringing those feet back to center. Walking the heels as close to the glutes as feels comfortable, and you're keeping your feet on a railroad track. And then reach your fingertips towards your heels, kind of rock a little bit, roll your shoulder blades underneath you. On your next breath in, we're going to roll the hips up to just a little bridge, and then exhale, roll right back down. So breathing in, articulating the spine, coming all the way up to a comfortable but not too high position. Breathing out, rounding down, really tuck the tail at the bottom there as you release. 2 more flowing bridges, breathing in, hold, and breathing out. 2 more, breathing in, hold, and breathing out. And last one, breathing in. And then exhale, releasing down. Roll those vertebrae inch by inch all the way down. And then just bring those knees in towards the chest. Give them a little tug, maybe a little rock from side to side here. And we're going to start to light up our core. So we'll hold in the center. Bring those knees in as close to your chest as you can. Breathe in to prepare. And as you breathe out, just lift your head and chest. And it's almost like you're trying to kiss your knees. And it's not, it doesn't matter if you kiss your knees ever. It's just the action. We're holding tight into a ball. Breathing and then release. Breathing in. Breathing out, lift up into your tiny ball. Hold and breathe. Trying to pull those thighs as close to your chest as you can. Shoulders up off the mat, and on your next exhale, or whenever you're ready, lower down. One more time, breathe in, prepare. Breathe out, lift up, hold, and breathe that Ujjayi Pranayama, ocean sounding breath. That helps light us up in the center as well, get us nice and warm. And then we're just gonna lower that down. Place the soles of the feet on the floor. Reach your arms up like someone's trying to lift you up off the floor, excuse me. Now, as you breathe in, arch your back like I'm gonna fit a little hand underneath you. And then as you breathe out, we're gonna arch the other way. See how that feels. 2 more. So we breathe in, arch, exhale and tuck. 1 more, breathe in, arch, exhale and tuck. Now we're gonna find our happy middle ground, and it'll feel like you're kind of pushing your spine long here. We're gonna hold that super tight. Feel like I'm about to drop a 100-pound weight on your belly, so you're nice and strong. Breathing in, breathing out, lift the head and the chest, maybe touch the knees. Breathing in, and the arms come all the way overhead. So as we breathe in, we start to lift up. Breathe out, touch the knees. Breathe in, rolling down, and breathe out, arms overhead. 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. This one we're going to hold up and breathe for 4, 4, 3, 4, 2. Now, bring one leg up, hold on underneath your knee here, and use some momentum to lift yourself all the way up to a nice seated posture, sitting up nice and tall. If it feels accessible and it feels okay, you're going to squeeze a $100 bill in between your thighs. You can even put a block in between to help support that as well. And we're sitting up super tall. Breathing in, we're going to keep this tall spine. Breathe out, holding onto those knees. You're going to come back into your lazy boy, but you have a nice long back. Breathe in, breathe out, and lift back to center. Breathing in, breathe out, back into your lazy boy. Breathe in, breathe out, lifting to center. 2 more. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. This one we are going to hold back here. And you can do look mom, no hands. You can hold on underneath the knee joints. You can do one leg, switch, or you can go to both legs. And we're going to hold. So switch those legs every so breaths, because we're going to hold for 10, 9, keep breathing, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, pull that belly in, relax the shoulders, 2, and 1. You're going to drop the feet, use your hands to roll yourself back down, and then pull those knees into the chest. Maybe a little rock from side to side will feel nice for you. Relaxing the head down. And then pick a knee, doesn't matter what knee, that knee's gonna stay into the chest and the other foot's gonna come to your mat. And you're just gonna rock your knee from side to side, say hello to your hip joint a little bit. You might even circle the knee, whatever feels best for your hip here. And then hold in the center, extend the leg as long as it feels comfortable. So knee is bent as much as you need to. You may hold on behind the thigh, you may not. We're just gonna roll those ankles out, some point and some flexes. And then release, give it a shake, breathe in. On your breath out, lift your head and your shoulders, lift your arms long, and then we're gonna try to tap the outsides of our shins, our ankle, or our foot. And we're just trying to keep the shoulder blades lifted up off the mat as we do so, and we're breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift straight up, hold on behind the thigh or the shin as you lower down slowly, and then drop that leg to the floor. So we'll pull the opposite knee in. So we're opening our hip first, maybe rocks, maybe circles, whatever your hip says would feel nice. We gotta listen a little bit. And then we'll stop in the center and lengthen the leg, starting to roll out. Remember to support your leg wherever feels best here. And then give it a shake, breathing in, breathing out, lifting shoulders and head. There, we got it this time. Reach the arms long, and then you're just starting to tap the outsides of the shin, the ankle, maybe the foot, but really trying to lift those shoulder blades up. And we hold for 10, or go for 10, 9, skipping over my words today, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, and 1, and lower down. And then we're just gonna hold on, bring that knee in, and relax it down. And then if it feels okay, we're gonna take some rock and rolls for the spine. So just holding on underneath the knee joint, using some momentum to rock and roll along the spine. You can always just rock the knees from side to side like a little egg roll, staying on the ground. If these rocks are just a little too much. 1 more, and then we're gonna rock up to seated. Take a moment here, sitting comfortably, however that is. And then we're just gonna transition to tabletop posture. So I need to walk back to my mat a little bit. And setting up, so our wrists and our shoulders are stacked, knees and hips. Knees are hip width apart. Spread those fingertips, suction cup those hands. And then we're gonna clip our wings. So we're nice and active, pull that belly button up. Feel like someone's kind of just stretching your head long, so you're really long from the top of the head to your tail. As we breathe in, we're gonna drop our belly and look up. Tuck the tail, exhale, really drop the crown of the head, maybe give it a shake. So we're gonna breathe in between cow and cat, and I want you to follow your breath. So you might wanna go faster or slower. If you find a little spot you wanna hang out and breathe, please do so. This is your practice. Just 2 more, and then I'll meet you in a nice neutral spine and tabletop. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you're in that nice neutral spine, we're going to take our hands, walk them forward, and then shift our hips forward. So we stack, again, our wrists and our shoulders, and we're nice in a nice long plank here. So we want to make sure our hips aren't up too high or down too low. Just nice and strong. Pull that belly button up. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, push back to child's pose. Keep those arms long, and as you breathe in, come forward to your plank. Breathe out, child's pose. 2 more. Breathe in, hold strong, breathe out. And 1 more. Breathe in and breathing out. We're going to hold in child's pose. Deep breath in and out. Connect to that Ujjayi pranayama. One more breath here. I'm coming up to tabletop. Stack wrists and shoulders. And you're going to take your right foot and push it back and just rock in the heel, forward and back, saying hello to our calf. Keep that belly nice and lifted, pulling in towards the spine. And then drop and just switch legs. So just a little rock here, saying hello, calves, Achilles, even the feet. And now the other foot just joins, and we're in plank. Lower the knees if you would like. So we're going to do that same thing, but instead our knees will be lifted. And our exhale is going to bring us into downward dog. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Breathing in, coming to plank. So remember, lower to the knees and go to child's pose if it feels best instead. Exhale to down dog. Look at the feet. Make sure they're on railroad track. Toes are forward. Breathe in to plank. Nice strong line. Breathe out, downward facing dog or child's pose. Breathe into your plank. 1 more. Breathe out, downward facing dog or child. Breathe into your plank. And breathe out. Push back here. We're going to hold for 3, for 2, and last one. And we're going to walk our hands back to meet our feet. Feet are hip width and parallel. Bend the knees a whole lot and just let the head hang. Saying hello more to our hamstrings and our lower back. Continuing our warm up. And then we're going to start to roll up. We zip up through the legs. Strong quads. Pull that belly button in tight. Roll the shoulders back into the back pockets. And spread the arms. Super strong here. We're engaging the legs so you feel like you're trying to pull your mat apart with your feet. And find a focal point, something that isn't moving. Breathe strong here in mountain pose. And then release. We're going to walk to the top of our mat. So you get to pick if you like to stand with big toes together, heels separated, or that nice hip width for the whole time. You pick what works best for you, and we're going to zip right back up to that nice strong mountain pose to do our half salutes. So as we breathe in, we lift our arms up. Breathe out, forward fold, swan diving, bend the knees, hands to thighs or shin. Inhale, flat back. Pull that belly up, engage the legs. Breathe out, lower back down. And we're going to reverse our swan dive, so push down, long back, lifts you all the way up, and exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, folding forward. Breathing in, flat back. Breathing out and fold. Engage those legs and core. Breathe in, reverse, lifting all the way up. Breathe out, hands to heart center. 2 more. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and fold. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out and fold. Breathe in, push down to lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, reverse. And exhale, hands to heart center. Close the eyes if that feels comfortable. And just do a quick check-in. Scan from the top of the head to the tip of the toe. Has anything shifted physically, energetically, or emotionally? It's just a check-in. Release the hands, open the eyes. Breathe in, lift the arms all the way up. Breathe out, folding forward. Remember, bend the knees as much as you need. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, bend the knees a whole lot. We're bringing the hands to the floor. You can always use blocks here and coming back to plank pose. And we're gonna hold our plank. And we're dropping those hips in alignment, but not too far. Squeeze your shoulder blades back in together. And we're gonna drop to the knees. We're gonna shift forward. Keep those elbows in as we lower all the way down to our mat. Untuck the toes. Roll those shoulder blades into your back pockets. Try to keep those elbows in. Push the tops of the feet into your mat. And then squeeze your thighs so your knees lift. Relax the glutes. Very active here. Breathe in, lift to a baby cobra. Breathe out, lower down. 2 more. Breathe in, baby cobra. Breathe out, lower down. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. You're gonna curl the toes. We're gonna push to our knees and then push back to downward facing dog. Hold and breathe 3 times here. Hips high, heart to thighs. But knees are bent as much as you need to. Now you're gonna look forward to your hands and look at your right pinky. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna step that right pinky, right foot up, your right foot up towards your right pinky, goodness, as far as it'll go. And then we're gonna switch. So if it's only halfway up the mat, that's perfect. So however far that foot goes, wonderful. We're all alternating sides. 1 more each side. And the last one, coming back to downward facing dog, and then walk your hands, to your feet. Feet are parallel, railroad track. Relax the head down, give everything a shake. And this time let's roll up, zip up, shoulders roll into the back pockets, lift strong into mountain, and we'll walk to the top of the mat. Come right back to that mountain pose. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees. Hands are coming down. We're stepping back into plank pose. Drop the knees or keep them lifted. If you're keeping them lifted, shift forward. Everybody's gonna bend the elbows to the sides, keeping them in tight and lower to the belly. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet push, thighs lift, squeeze so knees lift. Elbows in, you might want to slide those hands back a little bit more. I'm going to. Keep breathing. And on your next breath in, let's lift up a little higher and exhale, lower down. If that feels okay, 2 more. Inhale to a little bit higher of a cobra. Exhale, lower down. Keep the collarbones spreading wide. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to push to the knees and then push to downward facing dog. We're going to do those step forwards again. So again, just wherever feels comfortable. You'll start with your right foot. So coming forward as far as it feels comfortable. Stepping back. Coming forward as far as comfortable and back. Coming forward and stepping back. Forward and back. 1 more each side. Forward and back. Forward and hold downward dog or child's pose for 3. Deep Ujjayi breath. 4, 2. 4, 1. You're gonna walk your hands to your feet, and there usually gets, for me, because my arms are short, a point where I have to come up onto my fingertips and walk the rest of the way, and then relax down. Let's roll up into our mountain pose. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, folding forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, bend, step to plank. Now you get to choose what you want to do, knees up or down, shifting forward, coming all the way down, and then untucking the toes. Maybe we're pushing up to a fuller cobra. Exhale, lower down, keep the hips on the ground. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Tuck the toes, push to the knees. Exhale, downward dog, and hold breathing for 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Your right foot, you're gonna look at the right foot. Now bend your knees, let the hips come super high. Right foot is gonna step towards the middle of the mat, as far as you can come, and then push back. We're gonna keep on the right foot. Can you step it forward a little bit more? And back. This time we're going all the way forward. If you need to use your hand, that's okay. And then the back foot comes to meet the front, and we fold forward. And then we'll roll up. Strong mountain, breathe the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, we're bending the knees. We're stepping back into our plank. Here we go. We're gonna float forward. Exhale, lower. And maybe this time you wanna come into up dog by lifting the hips, pressing into the tops of the feet. And then whatever way feels best to you, coming into downward facing dog. So I just curled my toes and lifted my hips high. Left foot this time, we have 3 practice steps. So we come forward and then back. Left foot can come a little bit more forward and back. And last time, coming all the way forward, back foot meets the front, and exhale. Breathe in, reverse that swan. Exhale, hands to heart. Close the eyes or soft gaze down. Feel the heartbeat, maybe some sweat on the skin. Breathing in and out. And if the eyes are closed, open them up. And just bring the hands to the hips. And so what we're going to do is take our left foot back. We're coming into a high lunge. So you have your high heel on and you're bending the top knee. You should be able to see your big toe and see if you can bend a little bit further and then straighten your legs. Squeeze your thighs up. So we're bending, keeping the back leg long, high heel on, and lift up. Squeeze your glutes. 2 more. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. This time we're going to come down into this high lunge and lift the arms up. Hold and breathe. Bring the hands back to the hips. We're going to step the back foot to meet the front foot and then sit down into a chair. So we're putting our booty back, and then I want you to keep your hips or your chest lifted. I see so much of this in chair. That's super hard on the back. You need to lift the chest. We're making like a thunderbolt. So maybe the arms come up, maybe they're here, heart center, thighs, whatever feels good. You're pulling the navel up. You're kind of dripping your sacrum down, holding into chair, and then lift all the way up, hands to the thighs. So now we're going to switch so the opposite foot steps back with your high heel on. And then we just look at the top foot, we bend that knee, and then we lengthen both legs. We're going to bend that knee, keeping the back leg long, and lift. and bend, and lift. One more time with some movement here, and bend, and lift this time. We come down, we can see our big toe, high heels on the back foot, lift the arms. High lunge and breathing. Bring the hands to the hips and step the back foot to the front foot. Big toes together, heels apart, or parallel the feet, whatever feels better, and sit back into your chair. Remember, pulling in, lift, or the tailbone melts down, chest stays lifted. Look down, you should be able to see your big toes. If not, you got to shift your booty back a little bit more, and then find a place for the arms, wherever feels best to you. Hold and breathe for 3, for 2, and for 1. And lift all the way up. Hands come back to your hips. Just give those legs a little shake. And we're going to put all of our weight into, let's see, I'm trying to mirror and at the same time make sure you have a good video view. So you know what, doesn't matter, pick a foot because we're going to do both sides. And you're going to really push that leg down like a tree trunk, and you're going to lift the opposite leg, just a bent knee, to hip height, then hold. So this is where that focal point comes into place. So standing knee balance, keeping the hands on the hips. You're going to bend the bottom knee, and then you cross it over like you're having a seat. This is eagle legs. And I'm having a hard time looking to the camera and then back forward to not fall. And that's okay. We're going to lift back up to that knee balance, bend down, cross. 2 more, lift up and cross. 1 more, lift up and cross. Maybe the hands come to the heart center. They can stay at the hips. Now we're lifting back up into that knee balance. The top leg there that's up is going to step way back, high heel on. Lift your arms. We're in that high lunge, crescent lunge. We're holding for 3, for 2, for 1. We step forward, get your feet alignment, sit back into your chair, and hold for 3. Find your arm placement. For 2, for 1. Lift up, hands come to the hips. So opposite leg, nice strong trunk, and then we lift to our knee balance. Breathing and holding. And now we're going to bend the bottom knee and we cross it over like we're having a sit down. And then we lift right back up to balance. 3 more. Cross and sit and lift up. 2 more. Cross and sit. You just cross as much as feels comfortable and lift. This one we hold and breathe for 3. For 2, maybe the hands can come to heart center. Lift up to your knee balancing pose. Now we start to shift that leg back, put on that high heel, step it, lift the arms up, high lunge. Breathing for 3. For 2. For 1. Step the back foot to the front foot. Find your foot placement, nice and stable for chair pose. Find your arms, chest is tall. Float that sacrum, or peel that sacrum down for 3, or melt, I should say. 2 and 1. Lift the arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart center. Release the hands. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, bend the knees. We're stepping back to plank, and we're going to hold for 3. For 2. For 1, you're shifting forward. You're going to lower all the way down or halfway down, cobra or up dog. Shoulder blades are smiling, and then make your way to downward facing dog. And hold for 3. For 2. And 1. The right foot, look at your right pinky. So we're gonna step the right foot outside to the outside of the right pinky. Take your time. Finding a nice lizard lunge here. Breathe and hold. And then your right arm will lift up as you twist. Holding and breathing. And then lower down. So push back into down dog. Coming into plank pose and hold. Going back to down dog. So left foot to the outside of the left pinky. We're holding here in our lizard. Dropping those hips down, getting a little stretch. And then the left arm will reach open. Breathing. And drop it down. Push back to downward facing dog. Coming forward to plank. You can come to child's pose or you can take a vinyasa through. So that's your chaturanga, your back bend, down dog, or child's pose. And now you get to pick how you want to get to the front of your mat. You can tiptoe the feet, you can step forward, you can float forward. I'm going to give you plenty of time because I'll meet you with knees bent and a nice forward fold. Breathing in and out. And then roll all the way up. And then any adjusting you need to do, please do. And then find your mountain pose. So remember, you're zipping everything up. You're engaging the legs. Shoulder blades are in the back pockets. Find that focal point, that drishti. Deep breath in and out. Hands to your hips. So we're going to do both sides in succession. So again, you don't need to worry about what foot you start with. So go ahead and step a foot back, coming into your high lunge. Lifting those arms up. Beautiful. And then we're going to take the back foot, step it forward, and then lift to our knee balance. Bend the knee, cross it over when our eagle legs. Lift back up to standing knee balance. Step the foot back, high lunge. Hold and breathe. Coming forward, hands to the hips. So other foot, we step back, lift those arms up. Beautiful. Coming forward, standing knee balance. Bend the knee, eagle. Lift back up, standing knee balance. Step that foot back, high lunge. And step that foot forward, come into chair. I think I might have skipped that on the one side, that's okay. And lift up and hands to heart center. Most people aren't going to be sad about skipping a chair pose. So we're going to do that one more time from side to side. And then we'll add on. Deep breath in and out. So step a foot back, put your high heel on, lift your arms up. Now step the back foot forward to chair. Lift up, standing knee balance. Cross it over, eagle. Lift up, standing knee balance. Step back, high lunge. Breathing here. And now you're just going to take the arm that is the same as your back leg, drop it back, and lean back. Now lift up, bring that arm up. Now we're just going to switch. So now we're doing a little bit different of a back lean here. And lift up, back foot meets the front foot, hands come to the hips. Other foot, we step back, arms up, into our high lunge. Step forward, chair pose. Lift up, standing knee balance. Crossing to eagle. Standing knee balance, keep breathing, step it back to your crescent lunge. So again, hand same as leg, comes down, lean it back, come forward, lift that arm up.
Opposite arm goes toward that back leg. Lean it back. Come forward. Bring those hands, feet together. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Beautiful. Breathing in, lift the arms up. And breathing out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, bend the knees. We're gonna come to down dog first. Right leg steps to the outside of the pinky. Open it up, twist. Bring it down, push back to down dog. Now left foot, left pinky. And open it up, twist. And come back, coming back to down dog. Step your feet together and lift your right leg up in the air. Three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend the knee. Pull the knee into your chest as you shift forward. It's like you're going to kiss your knee. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, pull it in. Breathe in, lengthen. Two more. Breathe out and pull. Breathe in and lengthen last time. Breathe out and pull. Three-legged dog. Let the knee bend. Open the hip and then drop that foot down. Feet together. Left leg, inhale, lift it up. Bend the knee. The knee comes towards the chest as you peel forward. Head towards the knee. Breathe in, extend. Exhale and pull. Breathe in, extend. Last two. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Drop it down. Drop to the knees. You can go big toes together, knees apart, or knees together, child's pose. And I'm bringing my hands towards my heels to relax the shoulders, but you can always keep them extended, okay? Breathe that Ujjayi breath here for 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. And then make your way to downward facing dog. And then you're going to make your way, the feet to the top of the mat. So remember, stepping, hopping, little tiny steps, whatever you like to do. And then I'll meet you at the top, knees bent. Nice little relax here. Really let the head go. I don't know if you're sweating, but I am. And then we're going to roll up, roll those shoulder blades into mountain pose. So I'm really going to try to connect this all from one side to the other. We can do it, right? And we'll probably just do it one time and then move on to start to come down from the peak part of class. Feels good, I hope. So we're going to breathe in, lift those arms up. Breathe out, just forward fold. We're just doing a half salute to rinse it out. Breathe in, halfway lift, nice and strong. Engage the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Let's reverse the dive. So nice, strong legs. Lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So left leg. You're going to step the left leg back. You're going to lift the arms up. So I may look different this time because I'm going to do, so I cue it right. So the left leg is back. Breathing here in high lunge. Now step to chair. Chest is forward. Squeeze a $100 bill in between your legs. Push that right foot down as you lift up to standing knee balance. Bending the knees, crossing over into eagle. Breathe and hold, squeeze the legs. Pull the belly button in. Lift back up to your knee balance. Step back into high lunge. Breathe. You're going to take your right hand towards the back, long leg, and then tipping back. Nice stretch here. The left hand comes down to the mat. The right arm lifts up. Nice twisted lunge. Deep breath in
From here, put that hand to your hip, and you're gonna take that right foot and just kind of scooch it so it's bent in the front, modified side plank, or you can come to full side plank. If you're at full side plank, come back to modified, tick-tock your foot back forward, and then come back into that nice twisted lunge. Beautiful, that arm comes down, you're framing the front foot. So we're in a low lunge. We haven't been here, but it's just like high lunge, just down. So the right leg, you're gonna lift all the way up into three-legged dog. Breathing in, breathing out, pull the knee in for 3. Breathing in, breathing out, pull for 2. Breathing in, breathing out, pull for 1. Lift that leg up, bend the knee, open it up, and drop that foot down. Deep breath in and out. So we're gonna do this together, feet together. Inhale, lift the right leg up, look in between the hands. Just like we were doing, so we bend the knee to knee, lift your hips, lift up onto your high heel, step that foot forward. Little rock, forward and back here. And then nice big push, step up, exhale. Inhale, reverse that swan. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just a half salute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Engage those legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Push down to lift all the way up. Breathing in, breathing out. Hands to heart center. So opposite side. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, step the right foot back. You're in your high lunge. Deep breath in and out. And step the back foot forward into chair. And then lift up, nice knee balance. Cross it over, squeeze. Breathe in, knee balance. And then we're taking that foot, stepping it way back, keep the high heel on. And we're taking the left arm to the right leg, nice little twist. So that right hand then comes to the mat. We open up the left in our low lunge twist. Breathing here. So now we tick-tock that left foot, modified side plank, or full side plank. Breathe the breath, you're strong. If you're in full side plank, come back to modified. Everybody tick-tocks and comes back in to that nice twist. Okay, that hand comes down. We're framing the foot into our low lunge. Pull that navel in, and we're stepping the left foot all the way up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Exhale, pull the knee in towards the nose. Breathe in, lengthen. 2 more. Exhale, pull. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out, and now we're doing the step forward. So it's, no, I'm not. I've just come to dog. I'm sorry. Breathe. That's not what I wanted to do on this side. You did great. Now we're just gonna come to child's pose. That's where I wanna go. Breathing in and out. And uncurl through the spine. And you're gonna make your way to standing however feels best. I'm just gonna do a nice easy lift up here. And you're gonna turn on your mat and take a super wide stance. And I want your toes to face in just a little bit here. And you can always adjust how wide the legs are, hands to hips. As you breathe in, you're gonna open your heart for me. As you breathe out, hinge at your hip, push your booty back. Hands can come to thighs, shin, block, or floor. You're gonna drop the crown of the head. Knees are a little bent here. We're in our standing forward fold. Now look at your feet and make sure that they're parallel. So that's why we start with them turned in a little bit, because usually as we forward fold, they just automatically correct themselves into parallel, which is awesome. You're gonna lengthen your arms. Hands can be on some blocks or the floor. You're gonna look at your right toes and turn your right toes like towards the corner of your mat. And then bend your knee, the opposite heel lifts up, and then come back to center. So we turn onto the heel, drop, and lift. 2 more, turn, drop, lift. This one we're gonna hold. So maybe you can come down further. Maybe you sit on a block. You have to just pick what feels best for Skandasana. So if you're up here, that is beautiful. 1 more breath, and then we gotta lift back up to forward fold. So now we're just gonna switch. So the left foot turns towards, and as we bend, we come up onto the right heel and lift up. So we lift up onto the heel, bend, extend. 2 more, bend, extend, and lift. This one we hold, so it can be different from one side to the other, and that's okay. We're breathing for 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. And come back up to that wide leg forward fold. Breathe in, breathe out, hang over. 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Lift up. You're just gonna walk your hands. You're just kind of shifting into a little lunge, so you can drop onto your knees and sit back right onto your booty. So you may want, what do you want? I don't think, you can have a block or a pillow, anything. You know, you can always have those things. We have knee stuff, blanket, all that good stuff. So you're just gonna face me, I'm facing you, and knees are bent, feet are on the floor. So you're gonna take your right leg and thread it under, and now your heel's by your glute. So we're like in like this little twisty. And then you can cross it over, and maybe this is enough, or maybe you can start to kind of stack those knees a little bit, and this is cow face pose legs. And it's not awesome. You're gonna feel a stretch here. So wherever your legs are, if you're more upright, more open, that's okay. This is a very deep hip opener. Breathe. So you got this leg on top here. So we want the opposite hand to be on top. So we're gonna open up and you're gonna cross. So see how this top arm lifts? So I'm crossed, bend, and then grab on wherever it is. This is eagle arms. And you're lifting your shoulders, your elbows to shoulder height. There we go. Spreading apart the shoulder blades in the back, and you're pressing your forearms together. So you're just super nice and crossed here. Breathing in and out. 1 more breath. And then release. So the leg that's here, we are going to just kind of bring it back so we can unwind. You did great. And now we're just going to do the other side. So we're lacing that through. So the foot's off by your hip, and then we're crossing wherever it feels best. And take your time to get into the pose, knowing again, one side will probably be very different than the other, and that's okay. This side's a little more tight for me, and I'm just breathing. So that means this arm has to go on top, so we open up to a T. That one goes on top, so we're crossed. Bend the elbows, and then just wherever you can hold on. If you can't hold on, it's okay. And we're lifting the elbows to shoulder height, spreading the back, the upper back apart. Push those forearms together. Nice and twisted. Sometimes we gotta get twisted, right? So that we understand that sometimes we do it to ourselves. We get twisted ourselves, you know? Buddhism, they always say we cause our own suffering. And, you know, we don't really ever want to think about that, right? Like, no, I don't. Maybe I did. Maybe I got that twisted. How can I unwind? So we're coming to a wide leg forward fold. And it doesn't matter how big your pie slice is, okay? That's not what this is about. And it's not about getting the head to the floor. We're trying to open the hips and we're trying to release the ego, because ego says it has to look or be this way, and it doesn't. We're just looking for a sensation, a feeling. So wherever your legs are, you're flexing your feet and your toes are straight up to the ceiling. So when we start to fold, if the toes go in, we need to lessen the pie slice. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of scooch up so I'm sitting up nice and tall. Knees can be bent as much as you need to, and pretend like there's a metal rod through your spine right now. Breathe in, sitting up tall. And as we breathe out, we're folding forward for the hip, but we're keeping the spine long. So if you start to feel it round, that's where you stop, okay? And you breathe. And if on your next exhale you feel like you can go lower, great. If not, I just want you to hold and breathe. So can be some discomfort here as we get into the hips, and you might want to shy away. And I'm going to encourage you to just be okay sitting with discomfort and breathing. Because the more that you can practice this on your mat, when you're off your mat and that discomfort comes and you want to lash out emotionally, you can instead sit with the discomfort, breathe through it before reacting, and life changes when we're able to do that. Just one more deep breath in and out. And then you're just going to walk yourself up, bend the knees, and just let your legs come together and just give them a shake. All right, and we're going to end class the way that we started, on our backs. So, but before we do, if you'd like your oil, here's your moment. We're going to do 3 breaths, or you can go ahead and lie all the way back, keeping the knees bent, feet on the floor. Okay? And if you're here with me, we're going to breathe it in, hold, and breathe out. 2 more. And last one. And breathe out. And then we'll lower down onto our backs. So knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor, and just windshield wiper to relax the back. And then as the knees fall to the right, just keep them there. Maybe the arms come out like a T, or they can keep on your hips. That feels better. Palms could be facing up or down. Just easy here. Let go of the breath. Bringing everything back to center, and then the knees go to the opposite side. And coming back to center. Now we lengthen those legs long if that feels okay, or you can always keep the knees bent. And the arms, now we're going to flip the palms face up. We come into Shavasana. Roll your shoulder blades underneath you, space in between the teeth. Now just let go. And I'm going to be silent, and we're going to try to just let the thoughts pass like clouds for 5 deep breaths. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. And then as you come back to center, bending those knees. Soles of the feet to the floor. And if it's daytime, I'm going to encourage you to let the knees fall to the right, and if it's nighttime, to the left. So if you're going to the right arm comes overhead, same with the left. And then you just let your knees fall. So you come into side lying child's pose. then take your time to come up to a comfortable seated posture. So remember, sitting up, pillow, blanket, block. You don't have to be sitting like me. You can also stay in your side lying or lying down. Whatever works best for you. And as you come to seated here, just soften the gaze and check in from the top of the head to the tip of the toe. How are you feeling physically, energetically, and emotionally? And just noticing if any shifts happened. No judgment, just a notice. And inhale, lift those arms all the way overhead, bringing the hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thumbs touch the heart. Bowing the chin down, head down. Thanking yourself for taking this precious time for you today. You deserve it. Coming forward to honor our community, and maybe even more forward to honor our world. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Metta, my friends.